Now we, went over some of my most favorite memories. And of course, we got plenty more. Going to the beach, taking Zoe to the beach her first time. Doing things with the kids, Sahara Sam's birthday party. Like we have a lot of good memories. But I want to get off of that because I know you, and I know you're gonna say that. Yeah, we had some good memories, but we had a lot of bad ones too, and that's true. And so the way I want to start this video off is by number one, fully acknowledging and telling everyone in the world that's watching this on YouTube. Again, I hope your father, your mother, your brothers, your sister, your aunt, your best friend, your cousins, my family, the friends we got in common. I hope all of them see this. But I'm talking to you, Zakia Allen. And I want to say that to everybody watching that I was a shitty husband. I mean, overall, if you know me, I'm an asshole majority of the time. But I was a shitty husband. I was a dickhead. Now, one point of contention that me and my wife will have is that she says we had an abusive relationship, which I do not believe in the least bit. We had instances, and I'm going to talk about them, but we did not have the type of situation where every day, every other day, every week, every month, me and her getting into some type of physical altercation or something like that. That's not the case at all. Nothing could be further from the truth. And I'm going to get into what she put on Facebook and all that. But a lot of it's embellishment. A lot of it, things I did do that I'm not proud of. That given a chance, I would go back if I had a time machine. I'd go back and change it. But again, I was an asshole. I mistreated, abused, neglected my wife. I took her for granted. And it's not that I didn't love her. It's just that I just wasn't on my job right. And although I grew up with both my parents, they've been together for 37 years. And there never been any in and out the house. My dad has never been separated from my mom, not even for a night. So this whole thing kills me. But I didn't really understand what was required of me in a marriage as a husband. I just thought the husband, I was supposed to be there, and it is what it is. Like, we'll work all that shit out. But now I know that was incumbent upon me to make my house a happy home, to make my wife happy, to make my children happy, and to not really think about where my happiness was coming from, because now that things are different, I can see that my happiness lied in making those people happy. Because by making them happy in turn, they were a part of my life. And like now that they aren't a part of my life, it's like my life is over. Like I have nothing at all left. I'm not happy. I'm not fulfilled. All my dreams and aspirations and goals, all the stuff in video one that I told you we talked about, or video two that I told you me and I talked about, all that stuff is gone. Like none of that shit means anything to me anymore. And it's because Zakia isn't here anymore. Um, but yeah, man, I was a bad, I was a bad husband. I wasn't the worst, but I was nowhere near the best. But I always kind of felt like, as long as we had love in between us, like, things would work out. So, for everybody wondering, as I said, I threw her out of a moving car, which number one isn't true. I did throw her out of a car. It wasn't moving. It was stopped, pulled over to the side of the road. Um, and the worst thing I did was pushed her out of that car and she fell on the ground. Okay. Because I love my wife. I would never want to throw my wife on the ground. I would never want to make my wife fall or do anything intentionally where I can injure her. But the thing that goes unsaid, and not saying it's justified, but maybe you can understand a little bit better for people that want to be in our business. We were in the car, and she wasn't pregnant. We already had Zoe. We were living in South Philly. We were going to get a wash and dry, and we were arguing over the wash and dry. Like, I've seen my parents argue over anything they go to buy. Anything. They go to the market, they argue. But as we're arguing and driving down the street, and I'm driving, and me as her husband is driving, my wife, in her anger, gets up in my face, fingers in my face. You a bitch ass nigga, you pussy ass motherfucker. I'm talking about so close that as she's calling me bitch ass niggas and pussies and all that, like she's spitting on me. I could feel the spit. Fingers in my face, all that. So I looked at my wife and I said, yo, you gonna have to watch who you talking to, or you gonna have to get the hell up out this car. And my wife, who was supposed to respect and honor and love her husband, looked at me and said, you pussy ass nigga, you put me out. I ain't doing the motherfucking thing, and laughed. Put me out this car, you bitch ass nigga. So I pulled over to the side of the road, reached over and opened her door, and I was not aiming to push her out or throw her out the car. I was nudging her like, yo, you got to go. Because at that time, she had to go. She had to get out of that car that day. But it so happens, when I was nudging her out, her foot, I don't even know how, but she fell. And I felt like shit. Because I was mad at the time. I just pulled off. But I only went around the block and came back. And I actually got out the car and gave her the car. I'm sorry. You know what? That was totally out of line. It's out of pocket. My bad. You know what I mean? So again, that doesn't excuse it. I was totally wrong. And I'm sincerely sorry. But I don't like the way it's made to seem like I'm just wilding out and fucking Zob all the time, and nothing could be further from the truth. My kids were not scared of me. My children, I'm sure if you ask them now, will tell you like, yeah, I might yell sometimes and shit like that, but overall, like, we didn't have an abusive household. Um, as far as ripping Zai's dress off, like she said, before I grabbed her dress and ripped her dress, in the room again with just me, her, and Zoe. It wasn't all the kids went in there, but she grabbed me and ripped my shirt off. That's what in turn made me grab her dress and rip her dress. Because again, we were arguing, and my wife, who was supposed to love, honor, respect me, with my baby, was telling me, I don't even know if that baby's really mine. She can get somebody else to raise my baby, and all that type of shit. And then she tried to take the kids and leave out and not tell me where she was going, even though it was only to her dad's house. But you can't do that. So I wouldn't let her leave. Yo, y'all, you're not taking my kids and going out of this house anywhere without telling me where you going, especially after, the stuff you just said to me. She got mad, grabbed my shirt, ripped my shirt. I grabbed her dress, ripped her dress. That's what really happened. Again, is it right? Am I saying, oh, no, that's cool? Nah, but I want to put it into a little bit of context and perspective for you so that you can understand what was going on.